There's an entire industry of people called influencers out there who would love to argue, and a lot of companies really hoping that everything you just said is completely wrong.
You mean the AI makers?
Well, there's some of that too.
Oh, I see what you mean. The marketing companies and those that want you to use them to promote your book and all that stuff, right?
Well, just the idea of the influencer, the whole point is somebody slapping the thumbs up on a product is good enough to sell anything. And one of the things I've been claiming for years, and I'm loving watching it come true. That's why, if you go to my website, I classify myself as a post-corporate marketer. Nobody cares. Nobody likes companies anymore. Being a person, an entity, a not authoritative, but a authentic person that people can trust and rely on. That is worth way more in today's industry than, I'm going to be honest, I haven't listened to anything Stephen King tells me to write in about 20 years because Twitter was invented and I realized he's an idiot.
I get that. I have tried influencers. I have tried different marketing companies. I've tried Amazon ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads. I have put my money, and you would be blown away if you knew the dollar figure that I've invested in this series just this year.
Oh no, I wouldn't. As a marketer, I know what you can spend.
It's an expense, but it's an investment, right? Because you believe in it. It's your dream. But man, it doesn't matter. You connect with an influencer who's got 40 million followers, whatever. Still, they can like it, but everyone has their own opinion and their own tastes. And that's not going to convince someone to buy your book. You convince someone to buy your book through an excellent cover. People still judge the book by the cover. An excellent, captivating description. A title that makes them go, huh? Everything you do should be things that make people go, huh, and want to know more. You're the best person to do that.
Well, it's about what I would say is it's about understanding where the value lies. The value in an influencer is putting your book in front of people. But that's all there is. They don't convince anyone to buy. That's entirely, like you said, it's you, it's the cover, it's the blurb about it, it's everything else about it. Like, people, believe it or not, people really only want to do what they want to do, and so getting them to do other things is pretty difficult. As much as like they want you to believe it is just as simple as having someone tell you to do it. It's not.
It's leading a horse to water, man.
It takes a lot of touch points. It takes a lot of being in the ether. And so there is, the value that you get. It's just more people having a chance to see you. But that also means you're in a diluted pool. Somebody sees you once, it means nothing. I always get frustrated, like I said, if I go on a podcast and like the guy only mentions like, oh, hey, I'll be on talking to so-and-so this Friday. And that one tweet is all they ever say about it. It's like, well, most of your audience never even saw that because that's not how social media even works. Like, if you don't post it 10 times, no one knows it's happening. So thanks for not valuing my time.
Yeah, or my money. And the problem is there's so many people out there. The authoring industry is rife with scammers. People are now the scammers, and they're largely all from Nigeria. You can see right from their name. I'm not being racist or countryist. It's just kind of that's the way it is. However, when you have scammers that are now impersonating authors, decent, hardworking, legitimate authors, they're trying to get in the good graces of a naive author to go, wow, Stephen King wants to talk to me, and then blah, blah, blah. They're impersonating authors for that reason, to get in and extract the money and then try to get you to buy some marketing package that is anything but. I admin a 32,000 member author group on Facebook called Authors and Writers Only. And I help co-admin 2 other groups as well. We're constantly purging scammers and banning scammers and warning readers. If you've seen this post or this person, avoid. Don't talk to them. Don't DM them. Just run away. Run, Forrest, run.
Well, that's what sucks about that is because they can make those up as quickly as you can let anybody know about them too. Unfortunately, they're probably running with 10 at a time, and yeah. If any marketer tells you that they're going to make your dreams come true and it's going to happen overnight, they're lying or they're a scammer. Because any real marketer will tell you that it's a long term, it's a long game. Like, you start building things now that won't even take effect for 6 months to a year. Like, about building SEO, just Google finding a place to position you would take at least 6 months. And then you got to start tweaking a little bit here, a little bit there to get that a better thing. It's nothing happens quickly. And it's how those scammers can get in there, because they can pretend that they can do something quick that any real marketer will tell you, no, that's not possible.
It's over promising and under delivering. Yeah, it's snake oil salesmen, all of them. It's just basically promising you the world for a minimal investment. But all those minimal investments sure add up to them and provide food on their table at your expense. It's really poor investment.
And this is, you keep mentioning like expenses versus investments. What are some things that you perceive as being good investments?
Yeah, so Amazon ads, if they're calibrated right, people are looking on Amazon night and day for good books, and you want to find them with good sponsored ads. It's just that simple. Facebook and TikTok ads are harder, and the metrics are harder to identify if this sale did come from Facebook or TikTok or any of those. But honestly, where I've made my real money, and honestly, you sell your book on Amazon for a Kindle price at $2.99, you're going to make $1.05. You sell a paperback, you're going to make $3. Sell them in person. Make a minimal investment. There's the word again, to appear at a local craft fair. Don't do book fairs. You are lost in a sea of authors all clamoring for the attention of readers, and you're not unique in any respect when you do a book fair. So do a craft fair and highlight the books that you've sold. Invest in some banners, backdrops, good stuff to have at your table, stands for your books. Man, I just made $1,300 at a craft fair. I think it was the end of August, right before a Labor Day trip that I took. I made $1,300 and sold 100 books through a 3-day event. And it was just, man, every single opportunity to tell people about the story. So you're selling the books is one thing. You're telling people that'll stay in their brain, and they'll tell other people. Word spreads that way. It's such a good use of your money and your time.
So I also want to ask a question from your perspective about book fairs. Book fairs always seem interesting and kind of suspect to me in the first place, because it always just seems like a whole lot of writers at book fairs. Like, it's just more. It ends up being more a place that they can hang out and talk to each other, and maybe and that feels like it might be better done at a bar as opposed to like just at say a ballroom in some hotel that you paid way too much for.
No, you're there to sell books. You're there to sell books and tell people about the story that you care so much about. So authors are not your target market. That's another thing in the author groups online, people posting all the time their wares, their story, ads that they've created for their books. But you're marketing to authors. You want to find readers and market to them. So no, I don't recommend book fairs for that, because it's so hard to stand out. What I love about craft fairs is you got a person selling leather wallets over there. You got a person selling glass blown, sculptures over here. You got someone, a tattoo or a face artist over there, and you've got whatever over here. But you are an author with these beautiful books. I can't wait for the holiday season, because now I'm holding up my complete box set of the original trilogy and prequel. I can't wait to sell these at holiday craft fairs and know that people are going to wrap these up for their loved ones. Oh man, that gets me excited.
I love being able to be excited. I guess we're kind of to the point, man. It happened so fast because you are so damn pumped. If you had to leave the audience with like one big piece of advice, what would that be? The thing that you think, maybe it's your guiding principle, or the thing that, like, if it wasn't for this one thing, none of this would be possible.
You just said it. Actually, that's exactly what I was going to say. So I'm a sci-fi geek. I don't know if you couldn't tell. I love Star Wars, but I have a mantra here that is my mantra that's really helped in business and life. And it comes from a movie I like to pretend does not exist, The Phantom Menace. Okay, we're going to disagree, I know. But I love this so much, I had it made into a plaque. And this is, Qui-Gon Jinn said this to a young Anakin Skywalker: your focus determines your reality. My focus a while back was to become a successful voiceover artist and pay for our mortgage and put our kids through school. That's reality. I'm the voice of United Healthcare. So any commercials that you see or hear, that's me. That pays our mortgage and everything else. That focus became reality. My focus now, in light of the fact that voiceovers is a crumbling industry, is to become a best-selling author. Check. All my books have been bestsellers. And to have it on screen and have that pay our mortgage and put our kids through school. That's my focus. That's going to become my reality. So adopt a mantra is what I would tell people out there. Your focus determines your reality.
Wow. Well, I can't think of anything I'd actually agree with more. It's an absolutely a good way. You can call it the secret, call it the reticular activation system. Where your attention goes is what happens. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on here, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Where can we send people to learn more about you and your books?
My favorite question. So they can go to either one of two sites. One is authoraaronryan.com, 2 A's in Aaron, authoraaronryan.com. All my books are there. Or they could go to dissonancetheseries.com, but dissonance is a hard word. People misspell it. They think it's dissidence. No, go to getthesebooks.com. And getthesebooks.com will forward you to the alien invasion sci-fi website, dissonancetheseries.com.
You're a marketer at heart, whether or not you believe it, because that is a great URL.
It's all over my vinyl. We got vinyl lettering on our rear windows of our vehicles that say that, visit getthesebooks.com.
Absolutely, man. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.